Thanks for allowing me to be here today. Thanks for allowing me to speak to you all today. Yes, my name is Agudo. I'm of the Open Door Insurance Group. I'm a senior specialist. I deal with Medicare, long-term care for clients. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm here to talk about networking. I'm here to talk about what is it that you are doing here today? What do you hope to accomplish here today? Do you have a plan when you come to a networking event? Or are you just coming here to collect business cards? You know, I think a lot of people come to events like this just to collect business cards. I've gone for the past 2 weeks to some events, and I've collected business cards. What do you do with these business cards? Are these valuable? Is this a connection? Is this a marketing connection? Is this actually someone in here who I know that they're credible and that I am going to refer to them because I've built a relationship with them? Is that what marketing is? Isn't that what marketing is? Well, how about networking? Networking, I want to build credible relationships. I want to come to an event and I want to meet people. I want to have a plan. You know, and I didn't know what networking was. I moved here 7 years ago from New York. I worked in construction for 20 years. I had a remodeling company. I did really well. Work just came to me. I grew up in a small town. People knew me. People trusted me. People knew I called people back when I was supposed to. I did good work. I was a man of my word. I never had to market, never had to network, never had to advertise. So I moved here 7 years ago, and I thought, oh, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to use my experience, my knowledge, to start a home inspection company. And of course people are going to hire me. Of course. I'm credible, I'm reliable. Once they know who I am, yeah. It's not the way it works. I knew 3 people when I moved here. My brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and my realtor. And that was it. Coming to a networking group that she belonged to. Maybe some of you have heard of it. It's called PowerCore. It's a close contact networking group. I learned about credibility. I learned about building relationships. Because it's about building relationships. Understanding a personal side and a professional side. It's just not about what you do. I want to hear the whole component. And that's what I learned over time. I also learned another important aspect. Not everybody who's in my group I'm going to refer to. There are people who belong in groups who are not credible. And I had to learn that the hard way. When you come to a group like this, do you have a plan? Do you want to meet a certain type of person? Do you know who a gate opener is for you? Someone who could potentially send you business? Or are you hoping to come here and get a check today? Is that your goal? Who's going to walk out of here with a check today? Really? Good for you. That's awesome. That's awesome. But that doesn't happen. 2 people out of 40. What's the percentage of that happening? It doesn't happen. You know, networking is making personal connections. Networking is reaching out to people, finding the personal side and the business side. Someone you can trust, someone who knows their business, someone who is credible. Let me ask you something. And I heard this story from a networking guru, and I'm stealing it, and I'm going to use it as my own. But if I have this cute little dachshund, okay? He's about 10 pounds. His belly is about that far off the floor. Now, if I brought him here today, and I put a satchel on his back, and I walked around with Oliver, his name is, on one side of the satchel, I have a sign that says, "Take my business card." And on the other side of the satchel, it says, "Leave your business card." And I walk around with my cute little dachshund. He's red, dappled, really cute. I am willing to bet at least half of you are going to take his business card. And you will find on it, it says Oliver. And it'll have his Facebook page. I'm also willing to bet that you will put one of your business cards in there. Why not? It's a cute little dog. It says to do it. Was he networking? I think a lot of people are card collectors. I think they don't know what else to do. I think they're told, I have to come to a networking event. I have to meet people. All right, so you're going to meet people. What exactly are you going to do? I have friends who go out and do networking events, and what a great event that was. I met 40 people. I got 40 business cards. Okay, what are you going to do with those cards? I'm going to put them in my database. All right, you're going to put them in your database. Now what are you going to do with them? I'm going to send out my newsletter. Or I'm going to send them my blog. So let me get this straight. So you're going to spam someone. You don't have their permission, and you're going to spam them with your newsletter or blog. How many people here have gotten unsolicited newsletters? You didn't ask for it. That's not a credible behavior. Ask permission if you're going to send someone a newsletter. Ask permission if you're going to send someone your blog. Ask. That's a credible behavior, those business cards. Well, I'm going to connect on LinkedIn with them, right? Who here is on LinkedIn? I'm sure many people are on LinkedIn. Don't you just love when you get a connection on LinkedIn from, I use LinkedIn to connect to my professional people on LinkedIn, and will you be my connection? There's nothing personal about that. If you can't take the time to say, hi Randall, I met you at the Business Association meeting, and I would like to connect with you because I want to know more about your business. That has an effect beyond just sending that pre-made welcome to LinkedIn. People say, oh, I'm going to connect with people on Facebook. Again, if you don't know the person, what benefit is that? The other one I love is the people who have, and maybe someone here has it, and please take no offense to it, but they have this beautiful binder, and it has the plastic dividers, and they have business cards inside, and there are 50 dividers with 10 business cards on a page. 500 people. Do they honestly have a credible, personal, business relationship with all those people? I don't think so. I think it's important that when we come to these meetings is to look at other individuals as becoming a part of your team. I want to be a center of influence to my clients. I want to be able, if my client asks me for a referral, I want to make sure that the referral that I give, that person is credible. That person does business the way I do business. I want to see credible behaviors. What are some credible behaviors that you can show that people see? One thing is showing up on time. The meeting starts at noon, show up at noon. How many times have you been at a meeting, and I do a lot of different networking groups, and I like meetups personally. The little small groups, 20, 30 people, you get to talk about your business. Meeting starts right at 9:30, and someone comes in at 10:15. That's not credible to me. We get there on time. That's my professionalism. I'm there early. I want to talk to people. I want to hear what they have to say. Getting there late doesn't show any credibility whatsoever. Don't make excuses. I love when people say, they stand up and you're doing your elevator pitches and they get up and they say, oh, I'm sorry I'm late, but there was traffic. Hello, I've lived here for 7 years. There's not one day that has not gone by where there's not traffic in Atlanta, anywhere around the metro area. By coming late, you show your disrespect. This is my feeling to the group as a whole. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I gave a talk. Had someone at that meeting who wanted to meet me. I said, that's great, I'd love to meet with you. Send me an email, I'll respond right away, we'll pick a place. We picked a place to meet last Thursday. It was we were meeting at ABC, Atlanta Bread Company on 92. I said, 9 o'clock, we'll be there. He said, yep, I'll be there. Get there 10 of 9, I'd like to get there early. I want to be prepared. 8:55, he's not there yet. 9 o'clock, he's not there yet. 9:05, he's not there yet. 9:10. Does this sound familiar to anybody who's gone to a meeting? Not there yet. I get the call at 9:10. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was in another meeting and it ran long. And I'm 20 minutes away. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, did my best to be nice. We'll just have to reschedule. Oh, can you wait there? No, I can't wait. I only planned on being there for an hour. I have something to do at 10. These are important credibility issues that people, for some reason, I don't think they understand. You know a great way to build credibility with somebody? If I call you, call me back. Call me back. How many times have people not called back? I don't get that. If someone emails you, email them back in a timely manner. I'm not inventing anything here. People know this, but people in business do this continually. I don't get it. How is that credible behavior? So the fact is, I want to do business with people who I can trust, who are credible. I don't want to give my best clients a referral to someone who's going to be late. And I think we've all done that. We've given a referral, and you ask your client how that went. Oh, he called me 3 days later, and then he never followed up. I mean, that happens. That's not credible behavior. Start relationships. You know, because it's about relationship building. It's about doing business with people you know on the business side, but it's also the personal side. We need to know information about someone. You know, I gave you a little bit, I'm from New York. Is anyone else here from New York? We have a few New Yorkers here. What that does, that builds, you know, I want to know where he's from now. He's from New York, she's from New York. That builds a personal relationship. That makes me want to have more information. Will it lead somewhere? I don't know. But the important part is you have to ask questions to build that personal relationship. You have to reach out to people. If you reach out to someone, don't say, hey, it's great seeing you today. Let's meet next week. Coffee? How's that sound? All right? You email me, I'll email you. Great. All right. And it never happens. How many times does that happen in a meeting? You know? Reach out and say, I'd like to meet you Thursday, 9 o'clock at Panera Bread. Are you available? All right. Excellent, Kenneth. And that's how you make a connection. Put yourself out there. Reach out. That's the way you're going to make connections with people. Be positive. Never, if you come late to a meeting and you get an opportunity to stand up, please don't say, I'm sorry for being late. Everybody knows you were late. There's no reason to bring that negative attention to yourself again. Keep everything positive. Have a game plan. Have a game plan when you come. You know, I do a lot of different networking, and if there's a list of attendees, I like to look at that list of attendees. I like to see what they do. Because I can't meet 40 people here and be effective. But I can look for gate openers for myself. I can look for people I may have a connection that I want to meet on that list. It's a game plan. It gives you an idea of being effective. I think a lot of people go to a meeting like this just to have lunch. I think a lot of people go to a meeting in the morning for networking just to have coffee because they're looking to fill their day. Well, I want to jumpstart relationships. I want to jumpstart relationships here today. I've done an exercise at different meetings, and I want to do an exercise here today. Person to your right, you are going to have a conversation with. You're going to have a conversation with. All right? I want to know something personal. I want to know where they're from. I want to know how long they've been in the metro Atlanta area. I want to know a hobby they have. I want to know, where is their paradise? Where's that little piece of heaven on earth that they want to go to, that they love going to? And I want one other thing. Where's their favorite place they've ever traveled to? That's what I want to hear. I want to hear the personal sides. I want to hear about what you do. We all heard what we did. And if that creates a tension for you to get up and talk to someone, then do it. Everyone's going to have, does everyone have, can I get 5 minutes here? Who's ever in charge? All right, I'm in charge. Everyone has 2 minutes. All right? I will let people know when to switch partners. Ready? Go. 2 minutes. Cool. I kind of like that. I like hearing, I think there was some conversation going on that, you know, maybe you found something you had in common. Maybe you found something unique. I did this at one meeting, and there were 6 people who were from Boston, Massachusetts at a meeting. They would have never known that if we didn't do this exercise. Normally I have enough time, and I would let everyone get up and say something that they found out that was unique. So what that does, that you may hear something from over there, and all of a sudden you two guys are brought together. My goal in this exercise, and my goal of being here and giving this talk, is that networking is work. You've got to get out there. You just can't expect business to come to you. You have to put yourself out there. You have to tell people what you do. You have to build relationships. And you have to meet people after this, because it's not so important what happened right here. When is the next meeting? A month from now. What's important is the 4 weeks later. What happens in between that time? I hope you found this valuable. My name is Agudo, Open Door Insurance Group. Thank you for your time.